Thank you very much, sir. And from Group 6, Disaster Risk Reduction, we invite Shri Safi Rizvi Advisor National Disaster Management Authority and Executive Director, National Institute of Disaster Management. Sir.
Respected Dr. P.K. Mishra, and to all the dignitaries on the dais. Thank you to ISRO for having organized this national meet 10 years after the first one. The first one has succeeded immensely, and today what we have for the group that I speak for, disaster risk reduction, we have an excellent system by which we get our information on geospatial related needs. However, we are very greedy and we are looking at new technology, we have new problems, we have serious climate change issues coming up. So our group met, sir, in which we had CWC, IMD, MNCFC, GSI, we had the border management groups also from the security forces, we had the ITBP and BSF. So we had fairly detailed discussions, and prior to that also we've had several discussions. So at the end of the day, everybody needs very high resolution, so do we, because if we do not have high resolution, how will we do a digital elevation model if we are planning a urban flood program for Delhi or for Mumbai? If we if we are not able to distinguish between a gully and a road, and we have a 30-meter resolution versus a 1-meter resolution, it makes all the difference in planning. So as for planning, A-class resolution is what we need. Post-disasters, figuring out what really happened, as happened in the South Lonak Lake, it took us about 3 days, and then we got an imagery which was high resolution and was able to tell us that it was actually a landslide slip from the glacial melt, which led to a landslide slip which crashed into the lake. But for 3 days we did not know that what exactly happened on the South Lonak Lake. So as regards GLOFs, the need for high resolution is very high. Then as regards the second serious aspect of geospatial science, the spectral part, interferometry is something that can help us predict landslides. It can help us predict that a glacial lake is getting to be very high risky, but that is not easily available today. And the third most important thing is the temporal part, which is the passes. The passes are very few and far between. The kind of satellites that we have had, there has been attrition over the last few years, obviously because satellites last about 5-7 years. That attrition has to be made up in quick time. And lastly, just to make this short, sir, I would like to say that if we look at the dividing line between climate and disaster management, between disaster management and national security, the line is becoming very thin. There are disasters that happen, the mountainous hazard disasters, that create serious issues with regard to the security forces, and it impairs their preparedness. And if you compare both lines of work, sir, national security and disaster management, both of them require risk reduction, they require preparedness, and they require response. And all three of them are similar for both categories of work. And we are losing a lot of lives that we lose in the disaster management side than we use for national security. So our group has come up with a fairly detailed plan of what kind of LEO, MEO and GEO satellites we would require. It would be a small constellation of maybe 7, 8, 9 or 10 satellites, which ISRO will eventually decide. But the need for that, sir, is immense. Otherwise, we will fall behind and not be able to do our task as desired. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. And from Group 7, Ocean, Weather and Earth Resources, it is now my privilege to request Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary, Ministry of